Good morning, book friends. This is Kat, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the start of a new vlog series, and this one is my kind of like trip vlog. It's going to be a Chicago vlog, Naperville vlog, because that is where we'll be. By the time you see this video, we will be back, but I just want to vlog the experience, but it's also going to be a reading vlog as well. And so I'm calling this like my yearly challenge Chicago reading vlog, or I'll have something, you know, a better title for that. But for this vlog, I'm gonna attempt 3 books, and I think that that's manageable. And so one book is going to be centered about the place where we're going, which is Chicago, and well, technically Naperville, but Chicago is like right there, so we'll be also visiting Chicago. So I do have a book for that, and I think I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to read my book for Alma's challenge, for her Read Through the Decades challenge, and I'm going to read my biblical fiction retelling book for my challenge. So the first one I'm going to start is the Chicago book, because I like to read about the place, or I like to read a fiction book connected to the place that we end up going for a trip. At least I try to. And I actually got that idea from my aunt. She would read like fiction books based off of like the place she would go and visit. But she traveled like to Greece and to like Cancun or something. So she would get books based off of like the places she goes to, or if it was a beach read and she knows she's going to a beach, then she'll, pack those types of books. So I kind of got that idea from her. But this one, I'm going to pick up a poetry book. And I don't know what kind of poetry book it is technically, but this one is called The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. And so there you go. And this book basically is talking about, well, let me go ahead and read the back to you what this is about. But it says, acclaimed by critics, beloved by readers of all ages, taught everywhere from grade schools to universities across the country, and translated all over the world, The House on Mango Street is the remarkable story of Esperanza Cordero, told in a series of vignettes, sometimes heartbreaking, sometimes deeply joyous. It is the story of a young Latina girl growing up in Chicago, inventing for herself who and what she will become. Few other books in our time have touched so many readers. So that's all it kind of tells you in the back. But yeah, so I think on Goodreads it said it would count for poetry, which would also work for another yearly challenge I'm doing. So I will start this today, and it doesn't look long at all. It's pretty short, so it's only about 109 pages, so I could definitely get this done today, and we can start this vlog off well. So currently my brother is in the kitchen right now. He is almost done tiling the kitchen, and he's going to transition into the laundry room. So that project is still going on. So he's technically going to be staying at our home while we are away on this trip. And this trip, I don't think I mentioned, but it is part of the Junior Bible Quiz festival, and they host it in different locations every year for nationals. Essentially what Junior Bible Quiz is, it's a team-based competition where we get the word of God in the kids' hearts, and it is a discipleship program too, because these kids are learning the word. They are learning it at home, they're learning it at church, yes, but you go through a series of questions, and some of these are either knowledge based or they're quotation, like quoting verses based. And that's kind of getting the word into their heart, but you can also use this as a teaching tool. But essentially, the competition part is there's a series of questions, each different points, and you compete with other teams and other churches, and essentially you go through like regionals, districts, all the way up to the national level. So, anyways, that's a long explanation, but our team had advanced to nationals, which is in Naperville this year. My husband and I are officials, and so we are traveling officials, and so we get to go on these trips with the team. So, anyways, we're leaving tomorrow morning. So now that you know the backstory of this trip, we will be quizzing Friday and Saturday, but we get there early to kind of get settled, and then we're coming back on Sunday. So it's it's a pretty decent trip. So, anyways, my brother will be staying here. He will be finishing up the house stuff, and he's also going to take care of my dog too. And so today is all about packing. I got to go over into the store. I got to make sure the house is somewhat presentable, somewhat clean, but I can only do so much with the kitchen and the laundry room being out of commission. So I'll see how much B-roll I can put into this day, but I think a lot of my filming is going to come from this trip. So anyways, I will come in to give you some thoughts about this book when I get time to read it, but right now I need to go. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys when I get back. I've had so much more flowers blooming. I'm so excited. Like, there's some little buds here. There you go. It's raining right now, so it's probably not gonna like focus that well. I'll have to clean my lens, but I'm like so excited that this flower bush is blooming. So here's some of the progress of the flooring, and it looks really, really good. But brother is going to be tiling into that, what's it called? The laundry room. Right, good morning, guys. It is about 5:30 in the morning, and yesterday was an attempted fail filming. I had a lot to do to prepare for this morning, but I am so tired. But I'm drinking my cup of coffee. It says good morning. I see the assassins have failed. This was a gift from my sister. It's actually my husband's. So anyway, we are waiting for the people we're traveling with. They're gonna pick us up, and we're gonna all head to the airport soon. So yeah. Anyways, I will be reading that book on the flight, and I know I can finish that book. So I'll tell you my thoughts about it later on, but enjoy the B-roll you're gonna see, and ignore the refrigerator. That's gonna go back in my kitchen later. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm just checking in with you guys. We made it to our hotel. It is currently after 5:30 right now, but we flew into Milwaukee, and then we actually drove to our hotel in Illinois, right outside Chicago. So it was just easier that way for the trip. So we did have some driving to do, but we're finally here. Of course, we made some stops along the way. We ate at Culver's, and then we went and grocery shopped just now. So that's why we kind of got in a little late. Plus, our flight was delayed slightly because of the storms we were having. So, but we're here, and right now we are getting ready to go downstairs. It just so happens at this hotel we're at, they have a nightly get together. Well, not a night, they have a Wednesday night um, soiree, I guess, but it's basically a free meal and games. And I thought that was really cool. Never seen that before, but we're gonna go ahead and go downstairs, eat, mingle with other people, I guess, and then the evening's just kind of ours to do whatever. So I will come back and tell you some of my thoughts about the book that I did get to read on the plane, but it'll have to be after we go downstairs. So I just wanted to check in with you guys. Okay, so we are back from the little get together kind of deal that they had downstairs, and the food was really good. It was kind of neat that they had like the games out and everything, but we didn't stay and play games or anything. We actually kind of just ate and talked a little bit, and then we actually had a meeting afterwards with our group and kind of going over the itinerary for the next few days that we're here. And so now we're back in the room, and we're gonna plan tomorrow's outing because we have some free time before we have another meeting for the festival, that the JBQ festival that we're doing. So so tomorrow we're gonna explore downtown Chicago, and I'll take you along for that. But before that, let me go ahead and talk to you about this book. This one, it's not poetry in the sense that it rhymes. She describes it as little vignettes or something. I'll put the word right here, but these are just like little short stories that she wrote. And so I read the introduction part, and the introduction talks about our what's it called, author, and how her growing up in the Chicago area, and she kind of talks about herself in third person, and she talks a little bit about her journey through wanting to become this writer and some of the challenges that she had faced and dreams she's had. And I really enjoyed reading the introduction because we really get to know who the author is and her vision for this book that she wrote, because she talked about her process. And she is of Hispanic descent, and some of the things that she talks about I can relate with, especially the part where we usually live at home until we get married, whether male or female. And so when she mentioned that, and her going off to college, having this freedom, wanting to become a writer, and then transitioning back to the home, but also missing that freedom and wanting to, kind of be on her own, become this writer. It's like, oh, I've been there. I felt that going off to college. You get that sense of freedom, and so that was kind of. It's like I'm able to connect a lot more, I guess, with her. And some things I know that she grew up a bit differently than I have, and I may not connect with everything, but for that I was able to. So the little stories she writes, she does like combinations between her stories and other people's stories, and she either combines them or she'll retell them, and so they're kind of like based off of her life experiences, and they're short. And I'm enjoying it. I am on page 14 right now, so it doesn't sound like I got far, but it's only 110 pages, so I am going to read more tonight. It's only 8 o'clock right now, so I could potentially get done with the book tonight. And then I can update you about this book tomorrow. So that is the plan. So sorry there wasn't a lot of b-roll today, just a big traveling day, but tomorrow hopefully I'm refreshed and it'll be a fun time in downtown Chicago. So all right, I am gonna go off and read, so I will see you guys some point tomorrow. All right, good morning. It is Thursday the 12th, and I had a picture I wanted to show. So this picture is what it looked like, I kid you not, at 5:42 this morning. Sun was up, it was so bright, I couldn't get back to bed once I got up and I saw how light it was. So yeah, that's just crazy to me, seeing that it's this bright at 5:42 in the morning up north. So yeah, anyways, it's probably because it's in the summer, but I am not entirely done with the house on Mango Street. In fact, I am about that far, so I honestly have maybe like 3 to 4 stories left in this book, but I'll kind of come back in and tell you my thoughts, because right now my husband and I are gonna go ahead and drive into Chicago, which is about an hour from where we're at, but that might because of traffic and stuff. But I will come back later to tell you my thoughts on that, and I'll show you the next book that I will pick up and read. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and do an intro and then take you along for the day. We are gonna go to a historical park, I think, and we actually have this book. Let me go ahead and get it. So we have this book. It is like a passport to your national parks book thing, and I saw this from Tay at Tales and Treats with Tay, and I thought it was really cool, so I kind of purchased it, especially since my husband and I had been going to a lot of national parks recently, and we've been slowly doing things in this book. And one of the places we want to go is in Chicago, so we're gonna check it out, and that's the plan. And then we'll probably just walk through downtown. It's in the Millennium Park area, so we've been there before. This will be our second time, and yeah, just kind of we'll take you along for the day, and then I will come and do my check-in with the book later. So all right, we gotta go. So we are back from our little excursion in Chicago, and we had a lot of drive time and the traffic was atrocious. However, we did have a fun time seeing the Pullman Museum, or the National Historical Park. It was cute. We have these little pins that says Junior Ranger, so from the Pullman Historical Park area. I don't know if it's focusing, but one of the rangers there gave me and my husband one, and gave us a little bit of the history of the area we were in. And so it was really cool learning about that, reading about the Pullman strike and the little town area that he created, and Yeah, and so we I showed you my national passport book that my husband and I do, and we got the sticker and the stamp, and yeah, it was a good time. So after that, we kind of drove by the lake in Chicago because we were gonna go and try to do Navy Pier, but we do have a place to be at 5:30. So we decided to just drive by and kind of look at the beach, and then went back and kind of stopped at a Goodwill. I didn't show a clip of that, but we did get 2 movies at Goodwill. So anyways, all that being said, we are now here. It is about 3, I think 3 or 3:30. But I want to update you about the book. So I did finish this book. I did enjoy reading the book. There were a lot of things that I could connect with the author about. The little stories were, you know, some of them made me think, some of them were sad, then others I just kind of skimmed because of some of the content. I think it was just one story in particular. I just kind of skipped that one. But other than that, like, it was a good read. Yeah, I'll put the rating here about when I kind of think about what I want to rate this book. Anyways, that's one book down. And the next book I picked up is The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis, and I'm only like a few pages in. This one's going to be a little bit of a slower read, so I'm just going to take my time reading through this, but I do plan on reading this alongside with a fiction book. Right now, my husband and I have finally finished the Lord of the Rings series, which is a great accomplishment. We're right now listening to like the appendix part of it. It's like an hour and a half left of that. It's like a 3-hour long ordeal, but it gives you a lot of the lore, and it's really cool to read about other characters and what happens to them. And I love Samwise Gamgee. He is my favorite character in this series. It's official, so love him. And yeah, it was a great time listening to this. Some parts, yes, were slower than others, but I'm so glad that we got to listen to the series and learning more about Lord of the Rings lore. I'm kind of itching to go and rewatch the movies again, but anyways, right now my husband and I are kind of chilling at the moment, and then we're probably gonna go downstairs and hit the gym just because we did a lot of driving, so we just want to make sure that we're, you know, being mobile, I guess. And then we'll have an early dinner that we're actually gonna make here because we have a little kitchenette in this room. And then we're gonna go to the meeting for the officials. It's the officials meeting for the JBQ festival. And then it'll be an early bedtime because tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're gonna go to the church and we're gonna start a day of quizzing. I'll try to get clips like in between like breaks or something like that. So okay, I think I caught you guys all up, and I hope I had clips for you to see the areas that we went to. And yeah, so I don't know when I will check in, but I will see you guys in a bit. Husband is cooking dinner tonight before the meeting. So he's gonna steam the broccoli. We got chicken in the microwave.
No, chicken's in there.
No, chicken on the stove pan. And then something else in the microwave. Alfredo in the microwave.
Homemade.
So, homemade, yeah, right. But it'll do. But we're gonna eat before our meeting. So, thanks, hubby.
Okay.
I just wanted to show this lovely restaurant quality looking plate, but It's really freezer pasta, freezer chicken, but the broccoli's fresh. But it looks so good. Okay, just wanted to share that.
Good morning. I'm actually in the elevator right now, but I just wanted to say good morning, and today is a full day of quizzing, so I will try to film when I can. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay, so lighting's a little bad in here, and I apologize for that. But it is currently like 7:20-ish, and we just got back. It was a long day of quizzing. We had 15 rounds with a lunch break in there, and then afterwards we had a service, which was really good. It was like a worship and a word, and then we did prayer, and so my husband and I just got back from the store because we had run out of lunch meat for our sandwiches that we're making for tomorrow. So we are now just sitting down getting ready for dinner. So yeah, I am very tired. Needless to say, I did not read much in this. It's really hard to go through the day trying to pick up a book between matches, and especially hard because C.S. Lewis, I need to use all my brain power, I feel like, to read it. So the little that I did get to read, I just feel like it went over my head. So this honestly was probably not a good choice to try to read during this trip. But I'm going to try to do this in the mornings and in the evenings. But tomorrow's supposed to be a short day, so the award ceremony and everything should be done about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I think I am going to pick up Martha by Diana Wallace Taylor as well, and just kind of flip-flop between both. I feel that this one might be easier to kind of start and then like put down, and instead of like trying to read C.S. Lewis during the day. So I'll kind of alternate, but I think I'll do C.S. Lewis in the morning times before quizzing, and then if I have time through the quizzing day, pick this book up, and then in the evenings kind of decide if I'm going to do this or this. So but these 2 books I want to get done by the time we get back from our trip. We'll see. I don't think that I will finish this one, but I also am behind on editing a video, which it shouldn't take long, maybe like 30 minutes max. But I need to edit this video because it does need to go up technically today, but I'm gonna end up putting it up tomorrow. So later this evening we are going to eat. My husband's probably going to try to catch the game that's on tonight, the NBA final game. He's excited about that, so that will give me time to read, unwind. I've been wanting to go swim at the hotel, but that's probably not going to happen, so at least tonight, but we'll see. And then I've been wanting to walk around the lake. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Kind of tired, honestly, but maybe we'll get our energy up after we eat. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, good morning. It is the next day, Saturday, and we are just about to go down to the breakfast room. Right now I'm gonna go help my husband get lunches ready, and then it's kind of like a go-go morning, but we should be done by 2-ish today. And so then I guess I'll just kind of take you along for what we're planning to do today. I don't really have a reading update, so I will probably get back to you on that this evening, but just wanted to let you know what was going on. So all right, I'm gonna go and help my husband, but I will talk to you when I can talk to you. Just wanted to show you the outdoors now that it's nice, bright and early. Hopefully this evening can be spent by the lake. This is the little pool house. Haven't made it in the pool yet. I don't know if we'll be able to, or we'll get to. But yeah, this is a nice, calm area. It's basketball courts. Husband wants to make it to these eventually. But yeah, so peaceful out here. Okay, good afternoon. I'm ready to talk a little bit about this book. I'm enjoying the book. I'm enjoying the story. The plot is moving pretty fast, I feel. You know, you're getting a good sense of who Martha is in this story, and Martha in this story at a young age is caretaker of her family. Her mother had passed when she was when Mary was really young. So we have Martha, then Lazarus, then Mary. That's the age, like oldest to youngest. And so her father, he works with a vineyard, I believe, but she is the caretaker of that household. At the very beginning, she is interested in this young man, and she's hoping her father can secure a betrothal, and it ends up falling through. And so Martha is left wondering, will she ever kind of get married? And she's taking on the weight of possibly she may not get married because she has to take care of her household. And so the story ensues from there. So I like that we kind of see a plausible explanation for why Martha is very much the caretaker of the family. And then we see bits from Mary, how her character is, where she is very compassionate but also a daydreamer. And then Lazarus, who also is taking on some responsibility as being the next in line to inherit the house, I guess. So yeah, I am enjoying the story so far. I am not gonna lie, I'm feeling a bit off today. I had to take a Benadryl because I think something is messing with me here in Illinois. There's a lot of cottonwood, so I'm not sure if it's that, but when I'm reading it, I'm kind of not really focusing on the details. I'm just kind of reading for the plot line, and anyway, I'm enjoying what I am reading. So that's all I have to say about the book. I have not picked up C.S. Lewis's book, though. I know I'm not in the right headspace right now for that one, so this one's just capturing my eye. So right now I'm almost halfway. I'm at 102, and this has a total of 282 pages to 284, so almost halfway. And it is large print, so this is a pretty quick read. We're gonna go out to eat and possibly bowling tonight, depending on how I feel after dinner. So that's kind of our plans. And yeah, festival went well, but it was still a fun time. It was a long day. The festivities were fun, but yeah, definitely exhausted. I am going to check back in with you, if not tonight, sometime tomorrow. But I will talk to you when I have completed this book. it's like a paper. That's cool. All right, hello book friends. It is in fact the next day, which is June the 16th, and we're finally home. It's still a mess, but I wanted to come in and do an outro for this reading vlog. So I picked up C.S. Lewis, The Four Loves, and as you can see, I am not finished with this. And this one, I guess I should have known that I wasn't going to finish this book on the trip, especially since reading C.S. Lewis does take me a bit of time to read and digest, and I just didn't get that far. So this might, I mean, as long as I finish it before my July TBR video, I feel like it'll be okay. So I don't know if I'm going to do another vlog where I am finishing up my TBR. We'll see, but I feel like I'm kind of falling behind on my videos and vlogs because this first few weeks of summer has been going by pretty fast. So anyways, I don't really have much to say about this book, so sorry about that. Then the last one I picked up was Martha by Diana Wallace Taylor, and this book I did in fact finish yesterday. I was just so tired yesterday to film, especially since yesterday was Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. But I didn't feel up to filming because we literally got off the plane, stopped by for maybe 10 minutes at home, and then we went out to see my father-in-law and my dad, and then we got home maybe an hour before, you know, my husband and I normally go to bed, and we're just exhausted. So today's gonna be a cleaning day. Anyways, Martha, this book, I did mention that I was enjoying it. It was a fast read. I liked what Diana Wallace Taylor did when she added biblical history, like some of the things from the culture in here. She used a lot of scripture for like the dialogue and to help the story flow, and I really appreciated that. I enjoyed just seeing why Martha became the way that she did. And yeah, there was just some interesting elements. Now, some felt a little rushed because this is a short story. It's about 285 pages, and this is the large print, I believe. Yeah, so it's a pretty like small like book. So a lot of events happened fast. It almost seems like this book kind of ended a little abruptly, and I wanted to know more what happened. But I think Diana Wallace Taylor did a good job with the book. So anyways, I think I would give this rating maybe a 3.5 to 4 star. But I'll put it on the screen. I will be picking up more from this author, and yeah. Okay, so that was a lot, but I did manage to finish 3 books on this trip, which does surprise me because this trip was also packed with so much stuff. And I don't know if I told you guys, but something messed with my eye there and it was pretty swollen. So I didn't like to be in front of the camera much on that trip because I was dealing with that, took Benadryl. So there was just a lot that happened on this trip. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!